Hi, I'm Chris. I hope you guys are doing well today, and you girls. Yes, I still believe in the masculine and the feminine, the power of those energies in balance, that beautiful dance between them. Oddly enough, that's not why I'm doing this, but I do feel that that's very, very important to address because right now, where there's confusion of the roles, that puts people out of their true nature. And I've been doing a lot of very deep digging. And the deep digging, doing the work of Ramana Maharshi, doing the work of Nisargadatta Maharaj, doing the work of the Tao Te Ching, doing the work, the work, the work, the work, the work. It's not work. It's not work, it's fun. And the work is, who am I? But that's not really the question. Because who am I implies that I'm someone. What am I implies that I'm something. That's not even the right question, but it's getting closer. Underneath that is the whole concept of relationships, because ultimately underneath everything there is that which comes before. That would be the Tao. Um, that's where the reconciliation right now is happening. But I ran through so many layers of direct inquiry. This is a very advanced video. This video will be hated by almost everyone, and God bless you all. You have every right to. I would have hated it until now. Who I am in the Tao Te Ching, the Tao which can be spoken is not the eternal Tao. In the Bible, you cannot say the name of God. Um, it's always been described in metaphor. As a matter of fact, in mythology, the gods and the forces have been represented by constellations and galaxies in space. This is called astrology, all right, baby? We're giving you your astrology here. Because what I saw last night, it's so cool, all right? We all have things that we resonate with and things that are a little harder. What just happened a day or two ago is the right side of my brain had a very serious bringing online. Um, and I don't like to use the word serious. Now, a very joyful and explosive and powerful bringing online. Um, it's a huge amount of balance that's being restored. It's also it's unlocking a visual component that hitherto was sequestered behind words. And the so a wonderful friend of mine recommended a book, Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain, a few years back, and that was, you're looking at the white space of a painting. You're looking at, because I tended to focus on the objects, and my drawing was absolute hell. Like, you see that picture of the horse that that a child does, like that's better than what I could do with a horse when I'm drawing incorrectly. But then I tried doing that technique, and I could draw something that looked like a child drew a horse. But it really was a lot better than what I had before. And at some point, I'll have more time to devote to that. The importance of this is dark matter and dark energy in physics is a non understood force that exerts force on matter. Now, what's really cool is when you look at the numbers 68%, 95%, these are all standard deviation numbers. So now we have recursive patterns that happen in nature are also happening in the presentation of dark matter in relation to matter. What's even more fascinating is that's dark matter in space. As we get to every level, smaller, 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 even dimensionally, it's going to be the same ratios. So now we're dealing with a calculus type of thing where you're getting as close as possible without actually touching, because it can never touch or then it annihilates itself. But instead, it can never touch because then it will annihilate itself. So when we go to do something by force, we try to touch it. It can never touch. So we push it away. It has to run away. But we can bring it real close and we can become best friends. So, what does this have to do with astrology? Because that dark matter, which makes up everything, but we can't measure it, the name of God cannot be spoken. The Tao, which is the eternal Tao, cannot be seen. It is the mystery of the unknown. Alan Watts, The Wisdom of Insecurity, that which we cannot understand, that which is beyond the material, that which makes everything, is that dark matter and dark energy. So, that whole part of space and all that emptiness that we don't see, that there's nothing, those are the winds. Those are. So, there were. That's how those forces in astrology act upon the earth. That's how all of this ties together. Because I was like, okay, we have all of the mechanics. I see it sometimes. I can't describe it. This is so far. Um, I'm like, who can I actually ever have this conversation with? But I see how the gears are like a Swiss clock and they're perfect. And all of the rules are perfect. It's kind of like a magnadoodle where everything is just there. The iron filings, the whole thing is perfect. You have your guy with his face. But then you take that force of the magnetism and move those iron filings, right? So I was like, what's that force that's moving these mechanisms? And that brought me into the dark energy, the dark matter. That's the wind that pushes and shapes and steers and ultimately presents on this image of a screen. That's what we call this. That's one filter for looking at it, but that is a super. It shifts the brain to be able to look at it that way. It completely shifts the brain, or at least in this case, it does. That's enough on this. This is like literally, you could watch this 30 times and learn something new every single time. This is fucking crazy level stuff. But I'm going to take it up one notch. These are two videos. Why I don't just do it as two, I don't know. What I do know is matter itself is not really real. I can't prove it. Maybe it is. I can't prove that either. What I am is all of this stuff. Can't prove it. The only thing I've come to know, the only thing that's true, is I am a vibration. That's it. I am a vibration. That's the only. Do I have free will? I am a vibration. I will work towards becoming the optimal vibration, the most authentic to me. I will work on finding those resonant frequencies that amplify and help to shape that harmonically enhance. I will work to remove those sour notes that are inauthentic to this vibration. I will work to be present in every facet. I will work, and work is the wrong word, but this video is not for that. I will, I am expanding that vibration from I am here to I am here. We've now had a dimensional expansion. Now there becomes there. We have dimensional expansion. So the vibration continues to expand dimensionally. But first, there has to be the knowing of my true self. Some people could call it an aura or a field. That's not exactly true, but it's close enough. But that vibration and every dimension is an infinite expansion. Every dimension is another opening. But in order to get there, I have to clear away the noise, the toxicity, the those frequencies that are not harmonic with my vibration. I was speaking with a friend, and it really is. In order for us to become embodied in our true self, we have to get rid of the false self. We cannot be fully present in this reality. Inherent with it, the underlying creative abilities that come with our true nature cannot be used fully, possibly ever, but certainly cannot be used fully until they get get opened. And it's almost like the way that we are is almost like suffering from mental illness or delusion until we start clearing away some of the deeper shadows. We don't trust ourselves with the sharp knives yet. Doesn't mean we don't love. It doesn't mean we're not trying. It doesn't mean we're not able. But we don't have that trust yet. And by we, I mean all of us collectively, but myself working on it. Certainly much, much higher level than I was. Honestly, I probably would say I'm pretty close to hockey stick right now. It just keeps coming in waves of every day. What gets uncovered is absolutely so many levels beyond what I was able to even imagine existed a few days ago. I love you.